What is going on, guys? I'm Alvin here, and welcome to episode 18 of Racks to Riches. Before we start, I would like to mention that I'm looking to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year 2022. So I would really appreciate it if you guys can help me out and click on the subscribe button down below. Thank you so much in advance, guys. So today we have two very important match to play. If we lose these two games or if we lose points, we might ended up sitting in the relegation zone by the end of today's episode. All right, so let's talk about our games that we have played after the episode on Friday. Okay, so on Friday we ended up the episode with a loss against Forest Green. We crashed out of Carabao Cup in the first round. Okay, so after that we actually had two draws in a row against Cambridge and McDonald's. All right, and we actually finished August with our first ever win in the Sky Bet League One. All right, Asante got our first ever goal in League One. Okay, it was basically a very fitting fitting event there. Asante scoring our first goal in League One. I really thought that this win were gonna jumpstart our campaign, and we were gonna get into winning ways and start getting more points in. But September came and September really disappointed us. All right, so we started September with a draw against McDonald's. We got 2 points, with the penalty in Papa John's Trophy. It's very weird. Don't have to ask me. Okay. All right, and after that, our League One form has been horrendous since then. Okay, so we drew against Fleetwood and Wigan. Okay, the Fleetwood, we didn't even manage to score any goal. In Wigan, we managed to score one goal, but they hold on to a draw. Okay, we were actually really, really good in this game. It's not like we are playing badly. We are actually creating a lot of chances. Our XG is better. The only reason Wigan's XG is better here is because they got a penalty. But we are not able to finish. Look at this. Our front line. Kumas has a 6.3, Mohammad 6.3, and Asante 6.1. So our problem this season has been our front line. Okay, we are not being able to finish our chances that is created by our midfield and our defenders. If you look at our players, right? Look at our midfield. All three of them actually have an average rating of 7.0 and above. Okay, so that is the reason, that is the problem that we are having. We are not scoring enough goal. We are playing well, we create chances, but we can't finish them. All right, so after that, we got our first ever loss in League One. We lost 1-0 to Shrewsbury. Okay, also the same thing. If you have a look at this. We actually had a Baxter XG than them. We controlled the possession. We didn't create a lot of chances, but we should have took the chances that came. We had better chances than them. Especially at the second part of our second half. All right, so we were actually what our chances were actually better than Shrewsbury, but we couldn't finish there as well. And against Wycombe, if you see, I tried to play a 4-2-4 because I was thinking that since we were not creating and finishing more chances, I thought of playing two strikers up front, and it totally backfired on us. Yeah, Faris Muhammad actually got a goal. He scored. He gave us a lead on the 20th minute, but look at what happened. Wickham actually scored in the dying minute to win the match. If you look at the XG as well, they were better than us. Obviously, playing with a 4-2-4, right? Our midfield battle are always going to be lacking, and they took advantage of that and scored two goals in the dying minutes and got the 3 points snatched from us. All right, so with that horrendous form that we have, we are currently sitting in the 18th of League One, only 2 points ahead of Bristol Rover in the relegation zone. So that is why I was telling you guys, if we lose today's match, we might be sitting in the relegation place by the end of today's episode. So yeah, it's really really scary. We have never been in this position in any of our league. When we got promoted to Varanama National League, we were really good there. Even in League Two, we thought we were going to struggle, but we ended up, getting promoted to League One. But League One is really gonna test us, and is really gonna prove a challenge to stay in this league. All right. So if you look at our squad, right? If you look at our squad, we are not scoring enough goal. There's only, if you look at this, we only have scored 7 goals in 2 months, in the month of August and September. This is really not good. If you look at the assists as well, oh, this is not a good side if you have a look. And look at the average rating as well. Only five of our players actually have an average rating of 7.0 and above. Other than that, okay, so yeah, if if you see, even in the last 5 games, it's even worse. All of our team, with our form, right? We have draw 3 games and 2 loss in 5 games. So yeah, we really have to improve on this, and I think I actually have a plan for this. All right, so for the game against Reading, I'm gonna go back to our trusty old formation 4-3-3. Okay, Guggen press. All right, Easton is gonna be in goal. Sean, Chaplin, and Robinson will be and Brian is gonna be our back four. Okay, Michael Laffy will be our defensive midfielder. Weiss and Leh will be our two central midfielder in front of Laffy. The bar will be our starting left winger for today, Muhammad on the right, and Brad Young will get a start ahead of Asante and Justin. If you look at Asante, he has a average rating of 6.54 in last 5 games, and Justin also has 6.54, and he have not scored a single goal in this season. Brad Young, yeah, I understand he has a average rating of 6.4, but I'm gonna try him in a new role. I'm planning to play him as a pressing forward on attack. If you have a look, he should be a really good pressing forward on attack, and I'm willing to experiment on that today. We are already losing games and all, and we are not expected to win this game today. So yeah, why not just try? If it works, it's gonna be great. If it doesn't, yeah, we are gonna be in the relegated zone, relegation zone. So our opponent today, Reading, they are currently sitting on the fourth in the League One. So like I mentioned to you guys, last in the last episode, they are predicted to be automatically promoted, and they are even predicted to win the League One this season. So this is going to be a real test, for us, and see whether we can actually play well against them and prove a challenge to this Reading team. All right, so let's just submit the team and get into the match. All right, so we are at the 20 minutes and no highlights have been shown until now. We have not had a single shot in this game. This is a bit worrying. Okay, so while I was speaking, we actually had a shot off target, but not a shot on target. So, but in the same time, Reading has also not created a good enough chance, and the first half just ended with no highlights. I really hope we are gonna play way better, in the second half, and just let's just start the second half and get this over with. So now Reading has a corner and they almost score from there. That was a great corner from Inns, looking for Joe. Is it supposed to be Joe or Joa? And now they have another corner here. Oh, come on, man. Really? Oh, that was a great clearance by Sean. That was a goal lines clearance. We are in we are playing in our home stadium today. We should be playing well. And yeah, I think we need to make a few subs here. Brian is actually not having a good game at all. It's on a 6.3, so I'm gonna bring in Charlie Wellens for him. Sean is also having a 6.3, so Kwamina can come in for him, and let's see who we should bring out. Fares is on a 6.4 and he's a bit tired. So I'm gonna bring in Kamani Ryan for him. And then yeah, I think only the 3 subs for now. I don't want to make a lot of subs and ended up, basically ruining our team's cohesion. So let's make the 3 subs first, and the 75 minutes, maybe at the 88 minutes, we can bring in more players. Wise is on a 6.4. The bar is on a 6.3, and Young is on a 6.4 as well. So I'm not sure if I should be bringing in Asante, for Brett Young, or bringing Steph Ferdinand for the bar on the front line. I think most probably I'll be looking to get, and the bar just considered a penalty. Oh, that is so fitting for us. Oh my god. And Valence is carrying an injury as well. I will have to look And oh my god, Harry Sturt. Oh, he's single-handedly keeping us in this game. Okay. So this is amazing by Harry Sturt. But if we ended up conceding an open play goal now that is gonna be so frustrating. Okay, so Holmes, they are gonna try to look to launch another attack here. Whiteman looking for Morner. That was a great header by Robinson, but they got back into the rebound and Adara Mola. That was an easy save by Harry. I think I'm gonna make our changes now. Okay, Charlie Wellens is actually injured, but yeah, I'm not gonna bring anyone else for him. I don't have anyone that can actually play as a right back. So the bar will actually come off for Seb Ferdinand, and yeah, I will have to bring in Asante. I really hope he will be able to come in and make a difference. We have actually only had one shot on target. I'm gonna demand more for the next 3 minutes of the regular time. And now we have a highlight here. Seth Ferdinand. He's trying to look for Lay. Lay, can he please? Yeah, he released Ryan. We are 3 against 2 right now. Can Ryan? Oh, Ryan should have squared it to who was that? Wise. Asante and Wise, both of them was in the 6 yard box, and he should have tried to look for a pass for them, right? Rather than going for the shot. And now we have a corner here. Can we please create an upset and get a goal? Ferdinand, okay. Friedrich, I really thought we got a penalty there. That was a free kick. Okay, so Davies to McIntyre, Holmes, Purcell. They're trying to look for Ince, but Lay got back the possession. Wise back to Chaplin. Robinson. Robinson is trying to look for Asante, and Asante was offside there. All right. So with that, I think I really thought that the game was gonna end and we were gonna come back with with an undeserved 1 point. To be honest, if we drew here, we are totally undeserved here. And they almost scored. Okay, so the highlight is just not ending. Please put me out of the misery. We really need this 1 point. You know, even though we can't win, but 1 point is still better than 0 points, right? Kwamina, come on, get back the possession, and we got it. Asante now. Asante just lost the ball to Whiteman in the midfield. That was a poor ball control by him. And Eastern. Okay, so now we have the throw in, and the game just ended. I know it's really pathetic to celebrate 1 point, but against a team like Reading, right? We should be grateful that we actually got the 1 point. Seriously, So with that, we are still only 2 points ahead of the 21st place, in the relegation battle. But yeah, at least we are having 9 points with 9 games, so that is still good enough. And I really hope against Oxford, that are currently sitting on the 14th place, if we win against Oxford in our next game, we could actually go into the mid-table position. So yeah, that is a must-win game. Bristol City actually beat Oxford 3-0 in their last game, so their form is also not going to be as good as ours. So I really hope we can take advantage on that. All right, so before we get into the game against Oxford in League One, we will have to play Oxford in the Papa Jones trophy. I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to play that off camera, and I'll come back for the game against Oxford in League One. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, guys. So the game against Oxford in Papa John's Trophy ended up with a nil draw, and we lost in the penalty against them. Harry is third scored. He missed the last penalty of the game, and we ended up getting only 1 point in Papa John's Trophy. So in Papa John's Trophy, we are currently sitting in second place in Southern Section Group C. All right, we have a chance of if we win against West Ham under 21s in our next match, we will be able to qualify to the knockout stage, which is our boards and supporters vision for this season. So I really hope against West Ham under 21, we will be able to get into get into a good performance, win the game, and get into the knockout stage. Because as things are not going well in League One, I have to take any wins that we can get, to please our board so that we don't get sacked by the end of the season. So the same story, if you look at this, right, our defenders play well. Harry Easton actually kept us in this game, and our midfield played so well. But the problem has always been our front line. Okay, our left winger, Luis Kumar, Seth Ferdinand, the bar, they are all not playing well. A lot of new signings, but it's not happening. So, what I did, I ended up signing another new left winger. So, Duke McKenna. All right, so this guy is he actually looks really good attribute wise. So he have actually played in in the championship before this. Last two season he was actually a regular player for QPR, although he was actually coming off from the bench. 6.61 in championship. We are in League One, so I really hope he will be able to perform well for us and at least create some great chances for our striker to score. That is what I'm hoping from Stephen Duke McKenna. Okay, we are only paying him about 83k per annum, so it's actually quite good. We have him for 2 years. He's a fairly consistent player, so I really hope he will show it in the field. Today he won't be able to start because he's actually a little bit tired. All right, so I'm gonna start him from the bench. Okay, and we will see once he come off how is he gonna be able to improve and perform in our front line. Okay, so our next signing that I've got, Neil Mason. So this is my first ever Indian nationality signing. In the whole of my years playing Football Manager, I've never signed a player from India. Sorry, not Indian is Indian is basically the nationality. Yeah, I've never signed any player from India. So actually, to be honest, after he came, right, our supporters profile, we have actually increased around 16, 17k of followers in our social media and everything. So I really hope that him coming in will actually boost our search share as well. So that will indirectly create more finance, because we actually currently have Asian players who we are basically getting new fans coming in from a different continent. So that is amazing, but it's yet to see how is he going to perform in the field. If you look at him attribute wise, he can actually be a very very good wing back on support. He's obviously going to be way better than Charlie Wellens. I actually gave Charlie Wellens a chance this season to play as our right back. He have been totally underwhelming. If you look at his performance, so I really thought that right back was really an important signing for us. So I'm really excited to see him. He is going to be starting today for his debut for the team. And let's see if he can actually play well in the right back position. All right, so the team that I'm going to be fielding against Oxford today, a must win game against Oxford, is going to be Easton in goal. He has been our only player that is basically, playing well and always keeping us in game, especially in the games against Reading. Okay, so I'm really hoping that today he will, continue the performance and ensure that we doesn't concede any goal. All right, so Galvin, Chaplin, Brian, and Mason is going to be our back four. Wolf will be starting as our defensive midfielder. Lay and Viredu will be our two central midfielders. Ferdinand on the left, Ryan on the right, and Asante will be starting as our striker up front. Let's submit the team and get into the match. All right, so we have a very early highlight here, a free kick for Oxford, and okay, so that was very very close for Oxford there, to get into the score line, but we were fortunate, to not concede over there, and now we have another highlight. Can we press them and win the possession in a very good possession, in a very good position here? Now move. They are trying to play from the back. Anderson on the right back, passing it to another Anderson, their right winger. Evans to Anderson. Okay, he is through. Is he gonna get a good cross in? Can we block the cross? And Brown. Okay, Brian actually managed to block the shot. I really thought that Brown missed from there, but that was actually a great block by Brian. Amazing defensive play there by Brian. And Chaplin headed it clear. Okay, can we please launch a counter attack? And Lee won the possession, but the highlights just ended. I really thought we were gonna get a highlight of us attacking. All right, so I'm gonna demand more. Okay, so we have a free kick here. Seth Ferdinand looking for Asante on the far post, but they they actually considered a penalty. That is great. So now Mason will have a chance to score on his debut. And he scores on his debut. That is amazing. Our first ever Indian signing, and he scores on his debut. He actually he's a regular international player for the Indian team, so it was very easy to sign him. No work permit, needed. So it was amazing, and now we are finally ahead and are in lead. With in any game right now. So Brown, they are trying to, launch a counter attack here. Anderson, can we please block them from making any advance? He's trying to look for Murphy, and that was a great save by Harry Eastern. I really thought that actually crossed the line. Okay, so turns out it didn't. So with that goal, right, we are actually in the 17th position right now. So it's actually quite good. If we win here today, we will be ending this episode with 12 points in 10 games. So that is actually a very, very good end of this episode if we can hold on to our lead. Okay, if you look at this, right, they are actually really knocking on our door right now, trying to break our defense and trying to score. Okay, but we are holding on tightly to our very, very narrow lead. We have two shots on target, two shots on target, 0.99 xg. That was basically infected because of our penalty. So I'm not gonna complain, but we really need to score at least one more goal. All right, so I've actually changed our mentality to attacking for the second half because we are actually playing well. I just hope with our attacking mentality we'll be able to create more chances and maybe try to extend our lead. So if you look at this, right, we have actually had four shots on target, four shots off target, two shots on target, and Asante is on a 6.3. I'm bringing him off for Brad Young. And with Seth Ferdinand on a 6.4, I think it's time for the debut of Duke McKenna. Let's see if he can actually come in and make some improvement in our front line. All right, so now Mason with a free kick. That was a short free kick to Ryan. Ryan passing it all the way back to Harry Eastern. Okay, can we get a good chance here? Galvin back to Chaplin. Oh, Chaplin, that was a mistake and he lost the ball and they might score here. Oh, no, 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 no. This is what I was afraid of. Okay. That was really unnecessary. And Chaplin, what was he doing over there? Okay. So this is what I was afraid of. This is why I went attacking, trying to look for another goal there, for us to extend the lead. And now Ryan. Oh, Ryan scores a goal there. I really thought that was saved by the keeper. It actually hit the crossbar and it went in from there. Okay, so we are actually playing really well here. And a Young, that was an amazing cross by him, to look for Ryan on the far post, and great header by Ryan to back, to give us a lead again. Okay, so things are going really well. I'm going to encourage the team for the next 2 to 5 more minutes. Okay, so we have 4 added minutes there. Okay, 3 more minutes left, but can we hold on to our narrow leads here? Mo looking for Ampa, Evans. Oh, Duke McKenna, he won back the possession there, and Young is in the center. But we lost the ball and immediately got back the possession. And Young! Oh my god. That was a great block by the defender. And now Chaplin, can he redeem himself? No, he couldn't even win the header in the far post. Now Lay to Viredu, Duke McKenna. McKenna lost the possession and he was actually offside. So that wouldn't have even counted. All right, so the highlights just keeps on continuing. I really hope we don't concede in the dying minute here. Mason, Ryan on the right wing. He hold on to the ball, pass it back to Mason. Now Brian has the possession, passing it all the way back to Harry Eastern. Now Galvin on the left hand side. Amazing passing that we are having, but I'm really afraid because this is what happened last time. We lost the possession by just passing it, around the defensive line. and we ended up conceding at that time. And now Sedon, he has a chance to cross, but that is a very weak cross, and we finally get a win here. Young came in and played so well. This is what I wanted to see. Brett Ryan and Duke McKenna didn't had a debut of his dream, but yeah, he still actually played quite well. If you look at some of the highlights, he was actually pressing really well, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how is he gonna perform when he start the whole game for us. And Mason, dream of his debut, scored a penalty, played really well on the right back, and I'm really happy that we finally have a right back that actually gets good average rating. The only time we had a proper, right back that was, giving up good rating was Luke O'Neill. But that was back in Vanarama National League. All right, I'm really happy that we finally get a win here. We are 4 points ahead of the relegation zone and one game in hand against Bristol Rovers. So that is actually amazing. If we can win that game in hand, we will be 7 points clear of Bristol Rover. But I'm not gonna get carried away, because last time we actually won against Sheffield Wednesday as well, and we ended up on a very very bad run at that time. So I really hope, finger crossed, that this will actually be a jump start for us, to just stay in the League One. And the best part is we actually have to play Bristol Rovers in our next game. So that is gonna be amazing, but I'm not gonna come back for that. So the next time I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna play through the month of November and December, and we will be coming in back for the games again. Let me just see. I think we will be coming in back for the game against Swindon and Wigan. But if things change and if we are in the relegation zone or anything like that, then we will most probably play Bristol and Southern. Okay, so these are the two teams that are currently in the relegation place. I really hope we'll be far away from them the next episode. Okay. Alright guys, so if you have enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.